What's up guys, and welcome back to a new tutorial. In this tutorial, I will be sharing 3 scratch tips and tricks with you that really help make your projects a lot better. The first tip is, or trick, I don't know which one this one's, it's probably a trick I think, is how to make like a stop sign detector. Now this is really good if you want to make your game look really polished, or if you want like your thumbnail to show up at the end, because it makes it look a lot better. And so I'm going to be showing 2 ways to do this. So the first way is to just do when flag clicked forever and then reset timer. And so the thing with the timer is though, even though I don't have the flag being pressed, the timer keeps going forever, like it doesn't stop. So if I forever reset the timer, it's going to be 0. But then when I stop it, it can't keep resetting it, and so the timer can get bigger. And that means that we can just wait until the timer is bigger. So if we just say, oh, I don't know how that message got there, that's weird, but yeah. So anyways, we can just say, wait until, and then see this loudness, you can change the drop down to be timer, and then we can just change this to be when timer is greater than 0, and then you can just do whatever you want here. You could have like a fade in or something, but I'm just going to do show because just click. And then if I click this flag here, now if I stop it, the cat shows. You could just make your game go on forever. You could just say like restart the game or something, so then it keeps going. That'd be kind of funny. Anyways, but sometimes the way that this can go wrong is if you're working on, like, if you want your, like, if say in your project you have like you need to reset the timer for something, I don't know, and then that could really but you're not resetting it constantly, like you're using the timer for something else, that then it wouldn't work. So I have another way that works all the way. So I have this variable called timer, and what you can do is you can just forever set timer to timer plus like 0.001, so this timer, and then it'll always be bigger than the timer until you stop it, and then when you stop it, it won't be able to get any bigger. So then when the timer is greater than the timer variable, that means that you stop the thing, and this works just as well. I like this way better because you can just use this timer if you want to use it for something else. But anyways, and that's it for tip number 1. Alright, this next tip is a cool size and direction algorithm, and it's kind of big, but I can break it down. So yeah, if you want to use this, you're going to need 2 variables, I1 and I2, and yeah. So what it does is it sets the first variable, I1, and then you're going to set it, I should probably demonstrate first. It does like this, and it's like this cool bounce effect it gets, and one thing that's really cool is it slowly gets bigger when your mouse goes on it. It doesn't like just like blocky, it like grows, and it's like bouncy and stuff. So it looks really good, and it's especially good if you want to use it in like a clicker or something. So this is the algorithm that I use for my clickers. So first you set I1 to I1 times 0.8 plus, and then you just have to make sure you do this in the right order. So you put a divided by 4, and then you do minus size, and then you put a plus, and then in the plus on the right side you put 20 times touching mouse pointer. That's for this part, to make it get bigger. And then you do, on the left side you do 100 plus 10 plus cosine of I2 times 1.5, and then that cosine goes in a times 10. And yeah, and if you do this, and then I made it plus 50, you can change it to I1 plus 0 if you just want it to be normal. I just thought it was a little small. Well, it's not too small, but in my clicker I thought it was. So yeah, you can make this, the direction one is pretty simple. So it's 90 if you want it, that's like the direction you start. If you want your one to be, if it's facing right, that's what you should set it to. If it's facing up, then it would be like 0, it just depends on which way your costume's facing. And then you just do 10 times, and the 10 is going to be how much it changes it by. So it's going to go up 10, and then it's going to go down 10. If you watch the direction right here, you can see it goes up to 100 and then down to 80. So that you can make it be 20, and then it would go up to like 110 and down to 70. Then you do times sine. You can do sine or cosine. I did sine because if I did cosine, then it would look really weird. Well, it would just look like, it wouldn't look as natural. It would look like, I don't know. I just like it better if it's like the opposite of what you're using up here. Then timer times 130. The 130 is just is like the speed. So if I change this to 200, it would go way faster. Well, 500. See, now it's going really fast. So that is for the speed. And then you change I2 by 5. You can change this for like whatever you want. It's like for, if I change it by 55 billion, it's like sort of like, I don't know. It just change it by 5 is a good number. Anyways, and see, I'm using the timer here, so this is one of the reasons, if you were using this, why that stop sign detector would come in handy. Alright, the last tip and trick is a big one. It is Turbo Warp. Turbo Warp is a free website. It's like Scratch. It's basically the same thing, except you can just do so much more stuff. Like, see, I have it on dark mode right now, but you can change all this stuff. You can have high quality pen. It looks way better, trust me. If you go to add-ons, then all you have to do, you can change all this stuff. If I wanted to turn off dark mode, I can just press this, and it looks almost exactly like Scratch. And then you can just save stuff. You just file it, and then you can load it up on Scratch. There's even a few special blocks that Scratch doesn't have, like while. So like while something is true, then you can do that. So, and also the cool thing is, you can put it in your Scratch project, and Scratch will actually run this block, and it'll work like just like this. And so that's really cool. And then there's all of these add-ons that you can customize. Like if I wanted to get the cat blocks back, look, now if I go back to Turbo Warp and I reload it, I'm just gonna reload it, yeah. Then as you can see, I have the cat blocks that were like April Fool's thing that Scratch did. And also my favorite thing about this is the cleanup blocks is really good. If you clean up the blocks now, instead of putting them in all in a row where I just have to like scroll down, now they're all like, it just lines them up a lot better. And so now they're all just not in a row. Like if I want this, I can put it there. And so it's just a lot better cleanup blocks, and that's if you have the dev tools on. So that credit to GriffPatch for making that. And then so there's all of these things that you can change, and it's really cool. And it makes coding a lot easier. Like if I have this, I can just type in any block, and it'll just pop up right here. So that's pretty cool. And you can do all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of add-ons. And so you can like find things, like all kinds of stuff. So it's super cool. You should totally use it. There's no reason why you shouldn't. And so yeah, and those are my top 3 tips and tricks for Scratch. And so yeah, I will see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, so bye.